Hey you guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever this message may find you. I just wanted y'all to catch this vibe because we're sitting in here talking and we're chilling, eating, and they're eating. I'm actually fasting for whomever wants to hop on board. I'm probably going to do 7 days. So I'm just doing water right now. And I'm doing hot, it's not even tea, it's just hot water. And this is just spring water, guys. I'm just real lame right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you're so pretty.
But I'm gonna tap back into what type of time they on. So what they on is they eating what?
It's alive. It's good. It's the bomb. It's the best.
Okay.
I'm moving in.
And what are you eating, Elvira?
The jackfruit, which is like the pulled pork.
Does it taste like pulled pork to you?
Girl, yes. Underneath over here on the side, I had slaw. I killed it.
Killed the slaw.
Then I got my famous salad, my little chickpea salad.
Everybody loves that salad. I mean, everybody. People that Geneva, my sister is the most pickiest person I've ever met besides my son, and she loves it. I mean, I keep her stocked with it.
This salad is like the salad from heaven. You
don't understand.
You don't. If you ain't getting it, you missing it. Because outside of Geneva, I'm taking the rest of it. So that's where we going.
That's where we at.
That's it.
How you feel about the food?
Yeah, I'm still eating.
You love it?
Yeah.
Well, and they're drinking wine and enjoying ItsAlive. Anybody who knows I'm a plant-based chef other than what you see here on this platform, and you can go check us out on ITS_ALLIVE. But anyway, so we're sitting here. I wanted to click on here and interrupt our vibe because
Share a little.
I wanted to share a little because this is a dope dynamic that I'm sitting here witnessing, that I've watched these two meet. They met each other and they kind of kicked it off. They vibed really good in the beginning. And like most relationships, it goes left real fast.
Yes.
And it went left, but I can say this. Instead of it going left and this man not taking the accountability and moving forward and saying, I'll do whatever it takes for us to move forward from this, I'm sorry, or, instead of trying to control the situation and make her feel like she's crazy or tell her, whatever he wanted to tell her to manipulate her, either way, she wasn't going for that anyway. She was going to keep it moving if she tried that. But he decided to do what?
Man up.
Man up and own up to it.
So, and this is your first time doing it, you told me. Like, where you have to really, like...
Yeah, I never cared before.
You never cared like that?
No.
Not, I mean, never?
I never gave a damn, no.
Not never?
No.
Wow. Like not even when you were young, when you first start liking women?
No.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, because we actually met when we were in our 20s.
Yep.
Didn't realize it until we linked back up who I was and who he was.
Got it.
Because I was like, she looked real familiar.
But when we talked, we went out to eat. He took me out to dinner. And so he was talking about his name, and I was like, what is your name? And he said, my last name is May. I said, oh, God. Because I was like, I'm going to say two names to you. So I named the two people. He was like, yeah, how do you know them? And I said, Jennifer's sister. That's me. And he was like, oh, my God, I had such a crush on you back in the day. So we actually talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
But we both realized that when I was in my 20s, I had attitude. It wouldn't have worked.
Right.
It was all about me. I don't care about you. But he was the same way. So it would not have worked back then because the mentality back then was like, F it, I don't care. Do you, I'm doing me, bye.
Right.
Now.
I was running through.
Literally. When I knew him back then, every time I seen him, he was with a different chick.
So when you, okay, let me ask you something. What are you learning so far? Tell me exactly what happened, like with that, because this is important to me because I've never gotten to experience a dude fuck up with me and they like go hard to get me back. They just be like, well, they find something wrong with me and then they keep it moving. And then later on they realize like I was dope and then they be like, damn.
Can I come back?
And they don't tell me until I don't like them no more. I be like,
What?
and I'm not saying I'm perfect, and we're not perfect as women, but what changed? Just tell us.
No, I realized she was the one for me. Because for every dude, there's only one.
Really?
There's only one.
It's only one.
It's only one. Everybody else is just a bad replacement.
Okay.
It's only one. There's one female that you would do anything for, that you would change for. It's everybody else is just so.
So I've yet to be somebody's one. Then that's what it is.
Yeah, and I was trying to handle a situation where everything would be nice and
You thought you had a plan and she fucked your plan up. That's what I do. I really do that all the time.
Yeah, I thought I had a plan that would work, and she kept telling me that it wasn't gonna work. And I wasn't. I heard her, but I wasn't listening. I really wasn't listening because
I thought I had a plan that would really work.
This was gonna work.
Because you were closing out this.
Yeah, I was closing out.
And you was trying to close out all these other shit. And it's like, but I like her, but damn, bitch, get out of here.
Yes.
She kept telling me this is not gonna work. This is what's gonna happen, and everything she said happened.
Everything she said happened. I know whoever fuck with me, they know that every time I say something, they tell me 20 years later, 15 years later, 5 years later, they tell me it happened.
Yes, and that's the truth.
You was right.
Because they don't.
And it's not that I want to be right.
What did I say?
You say that all the time.
I hate that I'm right because I don't want to feel like this.
Y'all are too much alike. It's freaky sometimes.
No, I'm saying because I just said the same thing. Literally said that to him. Like, I don't want to be right. It's not about being right. It's about if you know in advance and I'm giving you the heads up, you can avoid all the unnecessary.
I'm giving you everything on the table.
Yes, I'm putting it on the table and I'm saying, listen, this is gonna happen. This is gonna be. I told Marcus, I said somebody's gonna get hurt. So this is not gonna end peacefully.
Or like I'll say, if you mess up with me, I can't go back to being the one that you used to me being with you. It's gonna take some work for you to get me back. Like,
it's more than some work. It's a hell of a lot of work. Why?
Because I don't trust you.
Thank you. Because when you take the trust off the table, there's nothing there. I'm not just gonna dive in the pool. That's my example.
Yeah.
Not knowing if there's water in the pool. No.
All right.
And
So you realized she was the one. How? Like, how did it strike you? You couldn't stop thinking about her.
Honestly, the vibe.
The vibe.
Since we reconnected, it's been like
before you
reconnected.
reconnected. I'm asking this because
when I saw your vegan vibe.
No. Listen, after you fucked up.
After the mess up.
After, because the vibe is still the same. And she's
but what made you say she's the one?
She had already been the one. I hadn't stopped.
Okay, all right. So you just knew.
I never stopped.
Okay.
I stopped.
So then after that, you
I was sitting at my mom's house.
At first, was you like, man,
I was sitting at my mom's house, and I went downstairs, and she looked at me, and she was like, "You did some dumb shit again."
It's mama. Listen.
What? How old are you? What are you?
How old?
You here again?
Again?
I was like, thanks, Mom. No, okay. How Monica is? I was raised by that type of female. Like females born in 1910, 1920, 1930. They don't play these games, but they didn't have conversations with me either. They did, they had roles back then. So they did what females do.
Right.
And then I found my way through that.
Okay.
With no man to guide me, but what they did, I was like, okay, well, so I must have to do this.
Okay. You just need to be a Casanova in life. Right.
But the conversation, like when I did something, it was blunt, hard, honest, true. And I was like, okay, that's what I've always wanted, but nobody ever did that or even took the time.
Right.
And the people, walking on eggshells, don't do that. Don't be a punk.
Yeah.
Like I need you to be a little hard because that's what I grew up with.
Right.
Monica's the first one to be like that, not take my BS like us, and it's a beautiful thing. I love it.
He does sound like
glad.
I love it. I hate a punk
So may I interject here, because the girl before me tolerated. Marcus could do anything and get away with it, and she took it because she just wanted to be with him so bad. So it was like, you can call me out of my name, even though he didn't. You could call me this, you could treat me this way, you could talk shit to me. I'll take it as long as we can be together. So then by the time we started kicking it, I told you, the one little time he was like, look, motherfucker, did you just say that to me? No, you didn't. This is what we're not gonna do. I don't care what you did in the past, but when it comes to me, I don't accept that. Don't do it again, because I will bounce. My level of respect is beyond high. If you can't be on my plateau, it won't work.
Right. So that intrigued you and kept you going. So now, being that you've never done this before, like you're going through the steps of trying to regain
Trust.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is that going? Like, what are you experiencing on? I mean, from your standpoint, not hers.
Right.
Your standpoint.
I'm good with it.
But how do you feel?
Do you enjoy? So you enjoy like
James Brown.
So do you look at it like little wins? Like, do you see the progress as you're doing the work?
I look at it as, if I didn't have the situation I had and I handled it better, then this would be further. And I'm just doing what I've always wanted to do, that I have a chance to, because nobody ever gave a damn enough to let me be me. Now I'm being me. And she makes me feel like I want to go above and beyond, which is why I tell her size matters.
Yeah.
And it's not sexual. This is what you're expecting to get is going to be more, because what you deserve is more than you've gotten.
Yeah. And it's also, the key is also that this relationship that we're trying to come to, it's not based on sex.
So you can talk.
All the time.
All the time. We have what we call it our safe space.
Yeah.
We talk.
And how do you, like, I know you never did that before.
No.
So tell us about like how that is with you opening up and talking, because men don't like to talk about anything. They want to play you, right? I mean, that's
yes and no.
Okay. Explain yes and no.
Well, there are a lot of men that don't feel that they can talk, or anyone will care enough to listen.
It's funny that you're saying that.
There's a lot of men that don't have anyone to vent to.
My son's administrator told me that last night, right before his game. He said it's hard being a boy at his age. Mm-hmm. He said I said, what's the hardest thing? And he said exactly what you just said. We don't know how to talk or what to say, and some boys are advanced. Maybe they got a certain type of background in their household where they can kind of, like you said, tap into who they are.
It's all hard.
It's like eggshells.
With the help of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, I was mentoring kids when I was 18.
Okay.
They had a mentoring camp, and I would go, because most of the men in my family are huge. There's some that strayed to the other side. I don't know how that happened. So I would go and I would mentor boys basically my age or younger, and I was 18. And I mean, it's hard. My growing up was rough.
Yeah.
I know what young men need.
So you know what you needed. Basically, you're there.
Yeah,
just like
I know what I
said,
needed, and
be what you needed at 18. Be what you needed at 17.
Yeah, and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And the first time that I got into a relationship, I
Fucked it
was
up.
played.
Oh, you was played.
Oh, it was so bad. It was bad.
That's all.
17 years. Oh, it was so
But you cared at that time.
I had my nose wide open, like I was.
See, that's why I was asking you. I said, I know at least one time somebody cared.
No, nobody cared. He thought she cared, and so he tried to care.
Yeah.
But she played him.
Yes.
So he had to learn from that and move on. And in my opinion, he's made.
Matter of fact, what happened, the reason that I stopped is because I went to see her one day, that she told me to come see her, and she already left with another dude.
Wow.
Yes. And she lived, there's no 485.
But why would she do that? She gonna have you come see her and she gonna be there.
There's no 485. She lives in Huntersville. So that's a long way now.
We didn't have 485.
That is a long trip now, because there's no 485. Like you gotta go through. So I get there, she's not there. Her mom answered the door. Her mom pulled me in, and she said, she was like, look, my daughter is a horrible person. I'm gonna go ahead and need you to leave her alone because you deserve much better. And she was dead serious. And I looked at her, I was like, wow, you say that about your own daughter? She's like, I'm telling you the truth because you're a good person. Leave my daughter alone.
Aww.
And that was different.
So after
That's
that,
your
you
mama.
became a dog.
After that, you know what I did is I wrote down everything she did to me. I wrote it all down, and I looked at the list. I was like, why I can do this?
He said he can do this.
Everything that was done to me, I did to female, and it worked. 17 years old, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm like, what?
And that's when the player and Marcus came.
Oh my God, but it was so easy. The allure of you might have sex with me, but you gotta do this first. Oh, that shit worked. It worked, and I ran through women like I ran through them.
And that's when we first met. And when he was running.
That's what Tahut said. He said,
Ran through them.
women live in the fantasy world and men try to provide the fantasy until they can't.
Perfect.
I was honestly just not giving a damn. If you didn't like me, I didn't care, and for some reason that made them come to me harder.
Because you had that nonchalantness. You had
Because
that.
then I learned if I treated you nicely, they would leave. So I was like, okay.
Treat
So,
like shit and they stay.
yeah, so I treat you bad enough to hit it a few times and don't be nice to you. You treat you nice to me. It's okay, goodbye. I'm already on to the next one. And none of these were my women.
And you know what's sad? Like y'all, I mean, I know this, I'm not trying to be funny to all you men watching or whatever, but it's really like, can you turn the light on right here? It might be behind you. But really, to be honest, like,
It's one of those. Nope, that's over the door. Yep.
so to be honest, like y'all men out there, like that are, and don't take this the wrong way, but that are getting sick, because I have a lot of niggas that I know, and they're players, big boy players, and they got sick, and you know a lot of their they dick ain't working like that, and it's sad, but it
No, you gotta have condoms.
no, I'm talking about they can't have sex.
Like, period.
So now, some men can't because of the medicine. Like I know like 3 of them personally, and they had cancer. Or they might, and I got another guy that so I don't know what's wrong with his. I don't know, but he doesn't even know. But you know, when that comes into play, it's like, damn, you did all that playing. Now, I mean, like, who are you gonna who can you have companionship with? Because you're such a player, and you don't know how to be you, be authentic. No. But outside of your dick, mandingo, what do you have to offer? And besides bread, because I mean, a real woman, like a woman that's worth having, that you really, really can. She don't really want that. She wants the connection.
That's the sexiest thing.
She wants the connection.
She don't need me, but she want me. What? That make me want to do it. Like, you don't need me.
Can I interject?
So I can do. What?
That's the conversation that we talk about, because he says that I make him want to do these things, and I'm like, I don't do shit. And I'm not being funny, but I'm like, what do I do, Marcus? What do I do? I don't do nothing.
I heard that from.
And he's like, no, for real. Like, seriously, you make me want to do things for you. It comes out of me from you. And I'm like, but I don't do nothing. Our plateau that I feel like we are on is awesome because it's more communicative than anything else. Like,
that's what I want.
There's no.
I want to talk about anything.
That's not that. Like, I can come home from work and he'll have dinner done. He'll have a glass of wine waiting. I go get myself changed out and everything, make sure I'm good.
So it's like a movie.
It is.
You live in a movie.
But it's actually really happening like
I got
this.
that soundtrack.
And we sit on the couch, we watch our show together.
Laugh.
We talk, we'll pause, we'll have conversations in the middle.
About the movies.
And then we'll put it into us, and I mean, even if we go to lay down at night, it's like, can I talk to you about this? And he just rolls over, all right, go ahead, let's go.
I love that.
But we spend a lot of time and I think that the communication between us is what makes it better.
So what have you found about this, like, that's making it, like, what do you see different in her now from when she was mad and, you know, and you fucked up? Is she, like, do you see the progress of what I see the work you've been putting in?
I see it. I appreciate it, but I don't bring it up. My head is down and I'm grinding.
So
I got the horse monitors on.
So what would you say? What would you say to other men that may watch that have fucked up and they're so embarrassed? They might not want to, do the work. They might not want to own up or accountability or take it. Well, we got to know he needs to know that she's the one. Because you said a man gonna do it if she's the one.
All right. If he's gonna marry you, it don't take that long.
Well, they give away rings now for time.
Yeah.
They buy more time.
It doesn't take that long for him to know that he wants to marry you, and if he wants to marry you, then it doesn't take that long. It really doesn't.
Yes, but here's
if
the question.
the relationship is 4, 5, 6, 7,
He lying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
my question.
It don't take. It's like 6 months. He's like, yo, this it for me.
What made you feel like you said from the beginning you knew I was the one?
Because I went through withdrawals.
That's what she's asking you.
Yeah,
I
went through withdrawals.
Okay.
It was only 2
The
weeks.
worst 2 weeks.
He acted like it was 20 years. It was
It
only
don't
2
matter.
weeks.
If the vibe is there,
So
when I
not to talk to you in the morning, my morning coffee.
he
Not
calls
to
me
have
his morning coffee because I call every morning and we talk.
not to have that.
Even though the past 2 weeks,
I'm not getting your caffeine.
the past 2 weeks we've been together, right? I still hop in the car to go to work and I call him. So he's with me while I'm driving to work. We have regular conversations. We talk about everything.
this is lovely.
He'll stay on the phone and he'll be like, okay, I see it's 7:33. I gotta let you go so you can get your day started.
Now let me
I'll
ask you
talk to
something. If that changes, you'll know what's up, right?
Well, see, that's how we messed up. That's how he messed up.
When you realize, like, if this person has and you,
patterns change.
Patterns change.
And then you're like,
if this person is doing this every single time,
and then it stops,
and then it changes and switches up,
something's up.
and they get defensive when you talk about it,
Something's up. So that was my key.
or not want to talk about it
At all. That was my key for him because when we were talking, I was like, your pattern changed. And he just looked at me like, what? And I was like, listen, if every day this is what we do, and then all of a sudden Tuesday, I'm still like, wait, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? And then he came back with, don't worry about it, I got this.
Yeah.
I hit
That's
the roof.
That's
I
it.
hit the roof.
We already know.
I didn't have it.
But the fact, I just got to take my hat off to you, and that's why I wanted to chime in on this conversation, y'all, because I have yet to see a man come back and like do the work and try. This is still to be continued. I'm not, saying it, but he's accomplishing a lot because I want to say this. I see a difference in her. She's happier. He's consistent. He don't give a fuck.